Right? Someone wants to make a really big battery. When you're fighting a war, you'll do anything, right?
You're that bearer who works for Martha, aren't you? Can you give me a hand? Curse my luck. I dropped my crystal off a cliff into the bloody swamp like an utter fool. Now, I've not got your knack, see, and I need that shard.
I wonder if you collect enough aether from bearers and you channel them into a person or a crystal, you can, like, manufacture your own dominant. Huh? What if you could just, like, create your own dominant? I bet people fighting a war would really want that, because then they would have control of a dominant.
Eating it, but only might have, you
if they could control whose hands
nasty buggers, then.
An icon would be controlled by, if they could have full control over that person.
Too many of them, a veritable walk in the marsh, as they say, the ladders right over there.
Why wouldn't they? During a war? Of course they'd do that. They'd have full icon field advantage. Hello.
You don't know a man called Norris, do you?
I do, as it happens. He ran off that way not too long back. Looked like he was in a right old hurry. And he had a lantern with him for some reason. Never known him to stay out after dark.
He was making for the marshes then. All right. Thank you.
It's like how... You know how the beast tribes collected like a bunch of crystals so that they could summon a primal? Well, imagine if someone did that, but the crystals were people. And they used the people to create a dominant icon under their control. Crystals are people? Well, I mean, if you wait long enough, the people become crystals, so... You wait long enough. You don't think it works like that in this verse? Well, I think it could.
A lantern. The one Norris was carrying, no doubt. At least I know which way he went. Someone made sure work of them.
I mean, if I wait long enough, Dash, Jill will just run straight past me. Though I think they changed that in the most recent patch, so that Jill doesn't just go zooming by.
Leave me be.
You were never branded. So that's how you stayed hidden.
Ronald sent you after me, did he? Set an Imperial dog on his best friend. And when we were so close. I'll never forget the hatred in his eyes. But it doesn't matter now. I will not.
You look like if young and old Paul Rudd fused together.
Please. Don't do this. You know how they treat our kind.
Ronald
Which is really not that different, but there's some slight differences.
Did. He wanted to make sure you were safe.
I don't understand.
Mid Paul?
Martha takes in bearers. She's a friend. You can trust her. Believe me.
I never knew. I can't say I'm surprised, though. She has a kind heart. Kinder than most.
Just wait here and stay out of sight. You'll be among friends soon enough.
Thank you. There's few would have been so kind. And sorry. You're no Imperial dog. Far from it.
Yeah, I'm an Imperial cat. Oh, meow.
I found a lantern back there. I assume it's yours.
Thanks. I dropped it when those creatures attacked me. But if I'm honest, I wasn't all that sorry to be rid of it. Ron gave it to me.
All right. I'll keep hold of it. I might be able to use it to put an end to the Imperial surge before it begins. A bear without a brand.
Dun, 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 dun. The Imperial Province of Rosaria, a nation occupying the western reaches of the continent of Storm, with Rosalith as its capital. When the duchy was left leaderless in the aftermath of the attack on Phoenix Gate in the year 860, the Iron Blood seized the opportunity to attack the capital. Their campaign did not last long. However, as the Holy Empire of Sambrick soon returned to its full force to stake its own claim, leaving the once proud duchy no choice but to submit and become an imperial vassal state. Okay. Phoenix Gate. The remains of the fortress destroyed in year 860 on what came to be known as the Night of Flames. The castle's invasion by Sambricus saboteurs and the battle between the two icons of fire that arose in its wake. The earth is still riddled with fissures and tears. Testament to the ferocity of the fight that unfolded here. The gate itself was buried beneath piles of soot-stained rubble, and with it Rosaria's pride, falling as the duchy did to the empire not long afterward. Is that a question of should... I don't know, Tito. I would say treat me as you would
I lived free for so many years.
any other person that you would talk to in your life that you find attractive. If you wouldn't say something to someone in real life, don't say it to me. There's your... If you would say to someone, "Hey, you look very pretty," then that's perfectly fine. But if you would also walk up to someone and say, "Holy wowza, you got huge bajongas that I absolutely love. The bazangas are driving me wild." We need to talk about your real life choices. But yeah, pretty much, I mean, the same rules follow. If you would say it to someone in real life, I'll probably be fine with you saying it to about my model. Yes, it's definitely the word choice, you know, 100%. Couldn't possibly be the topic at hand. But yeah, either way, you get it. You get the point. But yeah, I know. I fully accept compliments.
No point spending any
Well,
more time down here than I have to.
I partially accept compliments. Not because I'm offended, it's because I don't know how to accept compliments.
Another month of boba.
Second Torgal.
Kokahi! Wow! Thank you for the 10 months! You don't think you could say it with a straight face? You know what? Fair. Me neither. Kokahi. Can we get a shout out for Kokahi, please? And thank you.
That's one of our branded.
Hi, Gothic.
You barely have to say.
Do you look nice today? I realize you look mostly the same every day. That's when you just put,
Well,
you
any
put
luck?
you were looking especially
presume.
nice today. Because, you know, you don't want to say that they don't look nice every day. You just have to say, wow, you're looking exceptionally nice today. You gotta add the...
Found it. Oh,
I'm gonna add the extra details. Take notes. Been doing good?
Any longer out in the sun and my catch would have made for poor
Have you played
eating
you played
indeed.
16, Kokahi?
Be
Did you
more
finish
careful
it?
next time.
Did you annihilate
I
it?
will, I promise. No point casting my nets of a morning if I'm without a crystal to see the catch to town. There was a time honest tax-paying folk could get new ones whenever they wanted. Can't now, though, not for love nor money. Crystals are scarce, and the Empire tightens its purse strings more every day. Lose this little beauty again, and I might as well scrap my nets and take to begging.
Your flirting game has lost all skill since you've seen less IRL peeps. I feel like my flirting game, I don't know if I had flirting game. I feel like I just existed. I laughed at people's jokes, I guess. Does that count as flirting? I don't know. I don't know if I ever had flirting game.
How goes the search?
Well branded. Have you found
I
the
made really
bastard
good
yet?
eye contact,
what
but
was
that was
left of
also
him.
just
A corpse, torn apart by monsters.
that was just part of my job. So I just naturally
Let
gave
me see
people
that.
really good eye contact. I don't know.
No. It can't be.
Never
Should we
had
consider
flirting
that the
game.
end of
It's a
the matter,
goddamn
then?
miracle that I'm married.
Or do you need to see a body?
You have negative
No,
10 flirt.
I mean,
Hot girls
I've no
usually
use
don't
for
need too
bare
much
bones.
flirting game.
he's dead. Let that be an end to it. Only wish those whose job it was had done what they were supposed to do and spotted
I don't
him
know.
sooner.
I feel like
Bear would go about without
I'm one of those
brands.
people where
It's
it's
not
like
right, I tell ya. Who want anything to do with me now, eh? There goes the
I
barrel of it, they'll
generally
say. I'll be a
found people
laughingstock.
attractive, but I was definitely like relationship wasn't gonna get anywhere without being some sort of friends first,
true,
I
Clive?
guess. So it's like
Norris really.
there wasn't really a
alive.
need for a flirt game. It was more like a
We're finding out in the
compatibility
marshes.
game. It's like,
He's
do we get
expecting
along
you.
as friends? Okay, we
you
can try. We
crafty.
can try something more than that. But I don't know. I didn't really like go
did the
into
right
something
thing.
with the flirt game on.
Thank you. It's not much considering, but please, take this.
I also just didn't really have a desire for a relationship either, I guess. Like, if it happened, you know? I guess I was kind of like one of those people. I was like, at some points I was like single for years and I was totally fine with that. Like, I was fine chilling with myself. Like, I did not care. If I happened to end up in a relationship, then I was like, oh, damn, cool. But, like, other than that, like, I just did not freaking care. It was just not on my radar. I was too busy working. I just worked. I am with Celestalon, yeah. Which was, you know, another event that just kind of happened, you know?
Further south,
Like,
pushing yet more monsters down
Purple
the
and I
ledge.
met at a convention and we just hung out and just decided to continue hanging out, you know? I've told this story before. Like, I've mentioned this story before, but like when I initially met Purple, I straight up thought they were gay. Like there was no intent of like planning to pursue anything, nothing like that. Like, you know, we were just hanging out. It was a BlizzCon love, that's true. But But yeah, so it just, you know, I'm kind of kind of just let things happen kind of person. And if it happens, it happens. I've definitely like had friendships where like, don't get me wrong, I've like been interested where I'm like, oh, I could see us being pretty compatible. Like I'd be down to try things out, but it's definitely like, I don't know. I don't meet people with the intent of like thinking it'll go any further than that. Yeah. Purple was just incredibly friendly with everybody. Doesn't even have flirt game installed. That's fair. Flirt patch was never released. No, I not. I don't have a flirt patch. No such thing. I have no shame in the lack of my flirt game. I do think it caused like complications in like past relationships though. Because, you know, I'd be friends with my friends and they wouldn't be 100% sure, you know, like, are you flirting or are you just being friendly? And I'm like, there's no freaking difference for me, man. It is all the same. It's whether it goes, you know, whether a move is made or not. I'm like, just talk to me, you know? Don't make assumptions. Just ask. People asking, am I just being a gentleman or being friendly? Yeah, sometimes those lines get crossed. We do have... This BlizzCon will be Purple and I's 5th anniversary? I'm a good partner, by the way. It's our 5th anniversary.
Use that blade of yours. Curse my luck. I'm branded. No time to have
To be
whoever holds your leash. Wait. That's the slumbering chocobo you're wearing. You in the Marfers, are you? Good. She won't begrudge me the use of you then. Oh, well, there's wolves about. We tried dealing with them ourselves. Laid out bait, think we might swoop in and slaughter the lot. But we didn't expect the pack to be quite so bloody big.
Yeah, should be a good BlizzCon. Pretty hype.
Fled their homes for greener pastures. Well, we'd hoped empty bellies might make them easy prey. We'd made them mean instead. Martha's no fool, so she must see something in you. Do us a favor.
You're not you when you're angry. Hungry. Sorry, you're angry when you're hungry. I don't know what the what's the Snicker slogan?
Pose a threat to everyone.
Hi, Master Gaming. How's it going?
That's what I'm talking about. I'd wager the greedy bastards are still over yonder, finishing off our bait. Well, you've seen to every last one of them. Go and speak to my friend over the bridge. Bryce, his name is.
Hangy.
Safe to come across. All right.
Yeah.
Off you go then.
Hanky. Beast against beast. Ba 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 ba. Used to lurk and yeah, Dash used to just hang out muted. That's okay. I can host an entire conversation by myself. If it hasn't become apparent, I'm pretty good at talking to myself. You're hungry? Lunch? Yeah, we can have lunch. What do you want for lunch? We're not having poke. No. Hi, Locke. How's it going? How are you? Well, I guess they ate. Poor thing. Did I have a sandwich or soup recently? Like how recently? Like today? Novel, don't turn against me. Don't do this. Oh. He's a Minotaur. Didn't he? What did I get from Poke last time that I was like, yeah, that's okay. Oh, it just charged in me mid-tornado. Oh, I can't see anything. Aw, man. Oh, man. I hit dodge too late. Ooh, French onion soup is pretty dang good, not gonna lie. Love French onion soup. IRL share? What's an IRL share? You sharing your order? 3 times the salmon. Wait, you got a triple order of salmon? Honey. The thing that throws me off is the mandarin oranges. Everything else sounds fine. But the mandarin oranges? That part always confused me. Why? It's because purple needs sweet for everything. Purple's got the sweet tooth that's like the kid from the Willy Wonka factory. Oh, someone actually in the field.
Drink up now, my darlings.
Okay. Aw, thanks, Bussin. Thank you very much.
Quiet, isn't it?
Yes.
You're Clive Rossfield. It's me, Hannah, Rodney Murdoch's wife.
Lady Hannah.
The one thing I will say is that the characters that I feel like are supposed to be older don't look old. Like, I feel like Sid's supposed to be like older, but like they don't look old. Like Murdoch wasn't exactly like super young. You know, he was at least probably like maybe like 25 or something like that. And this being what, like 13 years later? At least be in like the 30s. But like, I feel like Sid's supposed to kind of be this like older, like jaded type character. And it's just like, yeah, like Clive looks, you know, fine. but like all the other characters where I encounter, like I feel like Martha's supposed to be older too, and Martha looks like she's like maybe like 26. But maybe Martha's not that old, but I feel like Martha like talks like she's like seen shit. And it's like, okay, I don't know. It's just like, I'm just like, it's so hard for me to like gauge how old somebody's supposed to be because everybody just looks like they're in their prime. Mind you, again, like it, you know, she could be only like probably, maybe she's like 35, 36, which is really not that old. But it's just like, it doesn't, I don't know. It is fantasy. That is true. That is true. The skincare routine is great. That's facts.
Oh, I knew it was you. You haven't changed at all. The Lord Marquis and Jill too. It's so good to see
They
you
gave her
both
a
again.
little eye bags, I guess.
It's good to see you too, Lady Hannah.
Hi, Muffin.
If you have time, you simply must come back to the house. I haven't much to offer, but what is mine is yours.
We should be delighted.
I'm surprised she recognized him so quickly.
And you have been wandering the world ever since. I can well understand fleeing from those iron blood brutes, but oh, to take to the road at such a tender age.
It wasn't easy, but we survived,
And now we're back. It's wonderful to see you safe and well, Lady Hannah. Do you think you will stay here, in Eastpool? Rosalith still enjoys the Mother Crystal's blessing, does it not? You could always move.
This house holds a lot of memories for me. So long as I can live here in peace, here I shall stay.
Dash, do you need info
Not
on
that it
who
matters.
Murdoch is, by the way?
The
You actually
capital
not
is
know.
closed to civilians by order of the Duchess. Or should I say, Her Imperial Majesty. Annabella's marriage to the Emperor of Sambrec heralded a great many changes here.
yes, of course.
Oh, forgive me. I didn't mean to...
Please, there is nothing to forgive. Would my mother not make an exception for you and your husband? Surely she would not refuse the Lord Commander.
You haven't heard, then. Rodney passed away on the night of the fire. He never returned from Phoenix Gate.
Oh, there you go. Game told you.
I'm sorry.
Clive.
My poor child. You look pale. All this traveling must have taken its toll.
Oh, well, Clive, are you going to hold yourself
I
together right
insist
now?
You rest. We can talk later.
Dang, they animated that lip quiver. Did you see that? Little lip uncertainty. That was
Are
sad.
you sure you don't want to sleep inside?
I can't. Not after what
Thank
I
you,
did.
Muffin. Thank you for the lurk. Congrats
Lady
on the
Hannah said
webcam.
she would prepare a change of clothes for you in the morning. She really has been very kind.
Clive and Meteor are sharing that 5 o'clock shadow now.
13 years of killing.
We definitely got
13 years. Without the faintest glimmer of hope.
Oh, don't cry.
It was only Joshua that kept me going. I swore that I would avenge his death. That I would kill his killer. That was the only thing that gave my life any meaning. But if it was me who killed Joshua and Murdoch and all the others, then why the hell am I still breathing?
I ask myself the same. When I fought, hundreds died. There were so many bodies, so many lives cut short in their prime. That day in Dalmekia, I wanted to join them. I wanted it all to end. I couldn't bear it anymore. If living meant being that, better to be just another body.
I'm sorry.
Do you remember that night on the balcony? When we looked up at the moon?
It is a nice moon.
I said a prayer to Metia, and that prayer was answered.
Hi, Red Pearl.
You came back to me. The heavens must have a plan for us.
Are they... Is it... Right now?
We should get some rest.
Neither of them know how to do that, I'm gonna be honest.
Good night, Clive. Sleep well.
I wouldn't blame either of them for having, like, no smooch awareness. I wouldn't blame either of them for having, like,
you.
any game, like, no game at all.
Now people will not flee at the sight of me.
You look just like Elwyn did when he was your age.
How did you come to have some of my father's old
Hey,
clothes?
yo! Whoa! Look at you! Damn! Give us this in 14, please.
These clothes have been in a wardrobe for years.
Look at that.
Cobwebs,
Dang, Hana hooking us up.
Well,
Those freaking pants
very
doing you
grateful
some
for them.
favors, Clive.
Sorry for depriving you of your memories.
Not at all. It's what your father would have wanted.
I was wondering, I'm like, there's no way we wear these, like, this outfit all the way through, just getting mistaken by, like, as an Imperial the
They
entire
suit you
freaking
well.
game. You'd be looking kind of like Superman. They're gonna make a
Thank you,
16 movie, and
Lady
it's
Hannah.
just gonna be played.
Yes, thank you.
We're just gonna. It's basically just gonna be The Witcher
I should
continued.
thank you. It may only have been for a short while, but seeing you again took me back to happier times.
Scar, don't you dare do that. Get out of here.
Fare you well, my lord and lady.
And you, Lady Hannah.
Henry, yeah, exactly. I mean, honestly, I feel like Henry Cavill's Witcher is some pretty decent inspiration for this VA direction. Like, a lot of the like grumbles and such.
If we follow the road to the north, it should take us all the way to Phoenix Gate. Let's go.
I would wear this on my Miko so fast. My Miko would freaking wear the shit out of this. And if they made it freaking gender locked, I don't even care. I'd swap. My bun boy would be coming in clutch for a moment like this. It gave me some new gear, right? Like, actually? Oh, okay, I'm already... Alright, it just upgraded... Or no, it just replaced it automatically. Okay. Cool, free upgrades. Dope! Let's just put that on. Does he have ear wiggles? Probably not, but Torgal probably does. Alright, local map. Any side quests? Nope, but there is a vendor. Guess I can like look around for lore opportunities and chests. I know, Torgal minion, Torgal mount.
Well, aren't you dressed up smart?
Thank you.
Especially for a bearer. Proper little prince you look.
Okay. You can talk down to me, that's fine. Gonna have people do it all game.
Wonder if Martha could spare us a few bushels.
Well, I've got no ass though, unfortunately. That's just a Final Fantasy staple, I feel like. Nobody's allowed to have an ass.
Not bad at all.
And if they do have an ass, it's the illusion of an ass because they put so much clothes on that it looks like an ass.
Harvest's down again this year.
Viera has booty? Do they? They have more than Miko, I will say that. They have more than Miko. But the Viera, male Viera don't have booty. Male characters in games just aren't allowed to have ass, apparently, because it's the same thing in WoW. I would say Viera comparatively have booty, but even then, I desire more cake. I'm hoping maybe the female Hroths will have a little booty, but I doubt it. Even if they had the design of the 10... the, 10s version of Hroths, I don't even think we'd see it. They would definitely not have booty. Alright, we are buying this potion.
There you go.
Buying another one of these. Bronzos, thank you, yes. They don't have any butt either. No booty on them. Hi, Hel.
You? Those are Elwyn's. By the flames. You're his firstborn. Clive Rosfield.
No,
Mistaken.
yeah.
Oh, you can't fool me, my lord. You're the very image of your father. And that would be true even if you weren't wearing his clothes.
That's fair.
The self-same
Probably stick out like a
garments
sore thumb
Hannah
to these
was
people
keeping
now.
For you, if I'm not mistaken, she always swore that she would never part with them until the day Elwyn's sons returned. And now that day has come. Why, you'll be able to take your bearers back as well.
My bearers. Forgive me, Master Mayor. I was a child when last I came to Eastpool. I didn't recognize you.
Oh, I'd be surprised if you recognized anything at all. Much has changed since Rosaria fell to the Empire. Not least for the bearers, who once served her noble families.
Is there lore here? There is. I don't mind interrupting this cutscene. It's okay. The lands comprising the western reaches of the continent of Storm, formerly known as the Grand Duchy of Rosaria, became the imperial province, blah, blah, blah. Annabelle Lesage, once Duchess of Rosaria and now Empress of Sambrique, was granted stewardship of her former home and the title of Viceroy, a role she embraced with sadistic relish, enacting a regime of crippling taxation and constant surveillance, along with renewed prosecution of the bearer people. She really is such a bitch. She really is just such a bitch. If they try to make me feel bad for her, I swear, game, don't you dare. I was fine feeling bad for Benedicta, but if you try to make me feel bad for Annabelle, man. A hamlet located in the eastern part of the imperial province of Rosaria, it was once surrounded by fertile farmland. But the southward creep of the blight eventually drove out most of the inhabitants. Hi, Wobbline. How's it going? The late Archduke of the Great Duchy of Rosaria and father of Clive and Joshua, Elwyn's reign ended when he was beheaded by servants of the Holy Empire of Sambrique in their ignoble act on Phoenix Gate. Known not only for his inspiring leadership and skill with blade, but his disapproval of the mistreatments of bearers. His legacy lives on in all those who oppose imperial rule in what remains of Rosaria. Clive! I'm good. I don't need to learn about Clive. I'm good.
When the Ironbloods sacked Rosalith 13 years back, many who lost their masters fled here in search of sanctuary.
And never returned.
Aye. The plan was to send them
Doing
home
good,
once
Wobbly.
we'd won back the capital.
I'm
But
doing
then
good.
the
Happy
Imperials
Friday.
arrived. Rosaria became a province of Sanbrec. The duchy was dissolved, and they no longer had any home to return to. Back in your father's day, any bearer who lost their master became a ward of the duchy. We'd hand them over to the sheriffs, and they'd be assigned a new position. But when we saw how the Empire treated their branded, we knew that wasn't an option. So they've been here ever since.
Hi,
Now
Ben.
you want to give them to me.
What am I going to do
Yours
with a bunch of
by
bearers?
right, Lord Rosfield.
I guess I'll give them to Sid,
Bequeathed
right?
you by your late father. And they'd be better off serving you than hiding here. Indeed, many of them used to serve your house and still consider
Oh, good.
the Rosfields their masters.
Progging through the story slowly
I'm
but
no
surely.
one's master. Not anymore. They wouldn't be safe with me.
I understand. You'll forgive an old man his fanciful notions. Been daydreaming for too long. But still, I would ask a favor of you. A small mercy.
If it is within my power.
One of the bearers is an elderly fellow who still swears absolute loyalty to Archduke Elwyn. I don't ask that you take him into your service, Only that you meet with him. Let him see that Elwyn's son still lives.
I'm gonna give this guy a
and
heart
that
attack.
he's as fine a man as his father ever was.
This
It
guy's
would be my
gonna
honor.
freak out.
Thank you, my lord.
Fangirl it
He
out
sits
like a
by the
freaking
well most
K-pop
days,
fan.
watching the people go about their business. If you could show him your face, I would be most grateful.
As fine a man as my father.
You're not so very different, you know. Especially dressed like that. Come on, let's go and meet that bearer.
Clive is gonna have a freaking mental breakdown when they see Joshua.
He's not here.
Well, I can't leave without meeting him. I've let the mayor down once already. It would be cruel to disappoint him again.
Right, let's ask around. Someone must have seen him.
Have you seen the old man?
Well now, unfamiliar faces. What brings you to Eastpool, travelers?
We're looking for an elderly bearer. You wouldn't happen to have seen him, would you?
Ah, you mean the old boy who always waits by the well?
Yes, that's him.
What business do you have with him, if you don't mind me asking? You're not from the capital too, are you?
No. Yes.
Well then,
maybe.
it's a pleasure to meet a fellow Rosalithian. I was born and raised down Market Street. And never would have left if Archduke Elwyn had survived the fire. It wasn't the same when the Duchess took over, though.
Thank you for the alert,
beatings,
Max.
the evictions, the levies going up and up and up, even as the blight took out
Up
the
and up and up.
harvest.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
Oh, listen to me, telling you what you already know. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I can't help you with your bearer either, though I doubt he'll have gone far. He comes here every day, almost as if he's waiting for something.
We'll keep asking around then. Thank you.
Excuse me. My nose itches. Hello, surprise, it's me.
Good day, milady. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for a bearer, an elderly fellow who used to serve the Rosfields. Have you seen him?
Ah, that old loon.
Your voice
No,
is very
No
different
sign of him today.
from what I would
Funny,
picture.
He's usually down by the well at this hour, cooking up his fantasy feasts.
You sound like you're about to
I'm
go.
sorry?
Dead men tell
He
no
worked in the kitchens at
tales.
Rosalith's castle back in the day. Still thinks he's there now.
That's all I hear.
You'd often hear the poor fool
The
chatting
half-toothless
away to
pirate.
the Archduke. Living in a dream he is. But better there than here, I suppose. Can't imagine the vice reading.
Not expecting what maybe could have been
Can you?
No.
Prince Charming
Anyway,
if they were born in a
he'll
different
be around here
universe.
somewhere.
What is that face?
Doubt he has the path to stray too far.
Why are you talking to me like that?
We'll keep looking.
Why are you making this face?
Hey, hold on a mo. Young Patrick, the chocobo keeper, might know where he is. He's taken the old bird under his wing, so to speak. He'll be in the stables. You should go and have a word with them.
Okay.
Patrick the Chocobo Keeper. Thank you. We will.
I'm sorry, Jill. For making you do all this in my stead.
It can't be helped.
Is this a
Keep up
demo?
with
No, this is the
Come
full
on,
game.
Let's head for the stables.
Full game.
Where the bloody hell's he got to?
Excuse me, but is something the matter?
It's this bearer I've been minding. I take my eyes off him for 1 minute and he disappears. He's not in his usual spot by the well, nor anywhere else in the village.
You must be Patrick.
I am, but
And this bearer you're looking for, he's an elderly man who used to work in the Rosalith Castle kitchens, yes?
that's the fella.
How do you know all this? I've never seen you in Eastpool before, but you
I can
seem to know
read
the place better than I
minds.
do myself.
I'm psychic.
Ah, so that's how it is. Well then, if you're acting under orders of the mayor, you're on about to help me find him. He's been losing what little sense he had left of late, saying the sheriffs are coming to collect him and that he needs to go back to the castle. I was supposed to watch over him, keep him out of trouble.
I feel like it's always the character that gets played as
not a lot I
like,
can
this
do."
person's just elderly and crazy. And then you figure out that they're telling the truth. And you should have just listened to
Understood.
them the
You keep
entire
searching
time.
here. We'll look for him outside.
What do you think?
Thank you. I'm in your debt.
I hope he hasn't wandered into trouble.
Let's just concentrate on finding him.
Excuse me, ma'am. Looking for an old man.
Still no sign.
Parkour.
Could he have strayed even further?
Oh, am I going out to the place where it had the dragon? So they would have made you fight this dragon no matter what. Alright. They're gonna make me fight something else? They gave me loot.
Look, there's someone over there.
Huh.
It might be him. We should hurry.
Please don't do anything rash. Please. Oh, bugs.
Company.
We can't lead them to the old man. They need to die.
Agreed.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
Okay.
Give them all you've got, boy!
Have a tornado. That I can't see anything in. Alright, I think we won. I think we... That was a terrible sound. Yeah, that was a lot of sad noises. I never want to use the tornadoes ever again on a pack of wolves, because that was mondo depresso. Noted. No tornadoes on wolves.
Are you all right, my friend? Come on. Let's go home.
Your Grace, you came for me. I waited for you so long, but you finally came.
I'm not who you think.
Clive.
Yes, let him live out his fantasy.
Yes. Pray forgive my long delay.
It's nothing, Your Grace. I prayed to the Founder that you would come.
I gotta get on that
Long
Clive
last,
Invisalign
he
plan.
answered. Will we be returning to the castle then? There is still a place for me in the kitchens.
The fact that any of
No,
these
my
characters have perfect teeth is just the
We
true
will not be
facts that this
returning
is
to the
Final
castle, not
Fantasy.
yet. I'm on a very important expedition. One which may take some time. Could you wait for me in Eastpool until my journey is complete? I will come back for you then. I promise.
Of course, Your Grace. For you, I would gladly wait until my dying day.
Aether just molds them into perfection.
Thank you, both of you.
Clearly.
You've been most kind. The memory of serving the late Archduke was as one light in the darkness. And now that light burns a little more brightly. It's nothing but a fantasy, of course. but it's better than the truth of the matter. A damn sight better. The blight is on our doorstep. Our harvests are failing. The people are leaving in droves. If it weren't for Lady Hannah selling half her worldly goods to provide for the few of us who stayed behind, we would long since have starved. We want to keep the bearers safe here, we really do. But unless a miracle happens, we won't be able to spare a crust of bread to share between them soon enough.
Is it really that bad?
So bad, I even petitioned the Imperial garrison to take them. But when they found out where they'd come from, they damn near spat in our faces. Ducal dogs, they called them. Enemies of the Empire.
I know a man named Sid, who would gladly give a home to any bearer in need of one. Leave this with me. As soon as I return from Phoenix Gate, I'll speak with him.
Yeah,
Thank
Sid.
you, my
Sid.
lord.
Sid.
Will you be passing through Eastpool on your way back? I should very much like to speak with you again, if you have the time, regarding the future of the village, and what might
Everything's
be done for
fine
Lady
in the
Hannah.
village.
After all she's done for us.
Yes, of course. I'll be back anon.
Fare you well, my lord, my lady. I wish you a safe journey.
Well, I'm not questioning the health of people's teeth. I'm questioning the straightness of people's teeth. The health is whatever. But everybody's teeth are perfectly straight. Everyone just got veneers. Magic, that's why they all look like supermodels. Yeah, that's what we said earlier. The Aether just molded them to perfection, clearly. Over here. Here we go. It's a door. Door to ruins?
What's this? Another relic of the Fallen.
I assume I can do something with this later.
There it is. Phoenix Gate.
This is gonna be real rough for Clive, I think.
Where it all went wrong.
Come on, Clive. It's time to discover the truth.
What do you think you're gonna find there? Within 13 years of burnt rubble. What's the plan? I don't know what he's gonna find there. Not a clue. The dim. Not long ago, there was a lush forest teeming with life. But that was before the blight rendered it a twisted tangle of rotting boughs, shunned by even the foulest of vermin. This whole north region was like where a rebellion happened, like Jill's nation was, right? I wonder if the war and like summoning icons, like the dominance, like pulling aether from the land to be able to like prime and stuff like that. I wonder if that's killing the world. Because if like a whole rebellion happened up here, I imagine every time they go to summon an icon, they probably need a little extra juice. Da 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 dum. There's also whatever the heck is happening over here. We haven't really been over here yet.